Welcome back for another episode of the Sunday Scaries. I'm Christine Barker. I am a 20-year civil litigator and personal mentor and the founder of All Rise Mentors. This edition of the Sunday Scaries is going to be about the travel scaries. Recently, my husband and I were in New Orleans, one of our absolute favorite cities, and let's face it, it's got a little bit of a scary underbelly. And I got to thinking how important vacations are and time away from the office is for me, for my mental health, my physical well-being, and for maintaining that ever-elusive work-life balance. As a new associate, it can be scary to ask for that time off, but it's important that you do. It helps reduce your stress, anxiety, and burnout. As a new professional, you now have both the opportunity but the responsibility to guard your mental health so that you can show up and provide the best legal representation. It also increases your productivity and creativity. Studies have shown that breaks away from your routine work can spark creativity, new perspectives, and lead to innovative solutions and ideas. And after all, isn't that what your client, or better yet, your boss, wants from you? It also improves relationships. Are you living to work? Are you working to live? Spending quality time with friends and families help strengthen that personal relationship and gives you kind of the drive to continue. So with a couple of helpful tips, you can, as a new associate, take a vacation away from the office, rejuvenate, and come back ready to work. So first of all, tip number one, plan ahead. Know your firm's vacation policy, how much vacation you've earned, and if there are any restrictions on when and how much vacation you can take at once. Be mindful of your calendar when you're planning your vacations, or better yet, be mindful of your boss's calendar. If your boss is in trial, don't plan a vacation during trial or even the month before trial. Trial prep is just as onerous and time-consuming as trial itself, and as an associate, you're going to be needed more for the trial prep than you are for the actual trial. Before you book your trip, run the dates past your boss, and if you're starting a new job, just be upfront during the interview that you have a pre-planned vacation. Don't hide that information and then spring it on them, a couple of weeks before your pre-planned vacation. Now, 2 to 3 weeks before your vacation, you need to start positioning your cases for your absence. So make sure, number one, that you are up to date on all of your reports. If you have any motions or things like that that are going to be due while you're on vacation, try and get those done beforehand. Let your partner know if you're going to need any coverage for any hearings while you're out. Remember, many clients, mostly insurance companies, but many clients are very specific about who can work on their cases. Although you think you might be being helpful by handling your files and getting one of your colleagues to cover a case for you, make sure that your boss has approved that because they may need to get approval from the client. If you are having people cover your cases for you, either a colleague or your boss, meet with them before you leave to download anything that needs to be done on your file while you're gone. Be mindful of the golden rule. Don't dump an MSJ or some contentious deposition on your coworker, some motion you're gonna lose. You wouldn't want to be walking into a nasty meet and confer on one of their cases, so don't do that to them. Consider doing a notice of unavailability if you're going to be away for more than a week. Notices of unavailability don't prohibit the other side from litigating during that time, but most attorneys will extend the professional courtesy of not setting ex partes or depositions while they know that you're going to be away. Now that you've prepared to be on vacation, what to do while you're on vacation. So turn on your out-of-office email responder. Be clear in your communication in that responder. Number one, that you're out of the office. Let them know if you're going to be checking and responding to emails while you're out, when you're going to be back, and who to contact in your absence. Put the email address or phone number of that person in the out-of-office response. Microsoft, most offices use that, have two, one as an automatic response to people within your network and one outside of your network. So be mindful if you need to be letting people in the office know something different than you do opposing counsel or clients or people outside of your network. Do a digital detox while you're gone. Turn off your notifications. Consider using a separate device while you're on vacation to minimize those distractions. Resist the urge to constantly check your emails. Consider setting a specific time for checking your emails or taking calls. For me, I like to check my emails at least one time a day, once in the morning and then once at the end of the day. Anything urgent that cannot wait until your return, send it either to your boss or whoever it is that you and your boss have agreed will be covering your cases while you're out. If it can wait, sometimes I still like to send a response letting the person know that I saw their email and that I'm going to substantively respond when I return to the office. I also like to check in with my assistant at least once a day just to make sure everything that's on my calendar is getting covered by the people who said they were going to cover it. And finally, enjoy your time off. Engage some activities that help you relax and recharge, whatever that is, however that looks for you. When you get back to the office, ease yourself back into work. If your vacation includes a considerable amount of travel, or if you've got a really late return to home, consider taking an additional day off to unpack, get your personal life back in order, go grocery shopping, do laundry, so that when you do return to the office, you're fully ready to focus on work. Also, try not to schedule any meetings or hearings, depositions, things like that on your first day back into the office. You're going to have enough to do catching up on your emails and your case status. You don't want to have to walk in and have to argue a motion or take a deposition. Check in with your boss as soon as you're back in, your assistant, whoever was covering your files, just to let them know that you're back with the statuses of your cases and that you're going to take back over all of your files. So that's it. With a little bit of planning, a little organization, you can avoid the vacation scaries, enjoy your time away from the office, come back refreshed and rejuvenated and ready to dive back into your practice. Hope that was helpful to you, and we will see you all in the next Sunday Scaries. Thanks so much.